Chapter 3, Marry Me. AHH. Xiao Lynx cried out and sprang backwards like a frightened rabbit. Her fingers touched her numb lips as her beautiful eyes widened in surprise, and a touch of red quickly spread from her fair face to the nape of her neck. You kissed me again. You have the same reaction as usual. The innocent Xiao Qi had a heartbroken expression on his face. When we were younger, we always played your favorite kiss-kiss game. These days, you go into shock every time I try to kiss you. Why you knew that was when we were kids. Xiao Lynx's face flushed into the color of a red rose. We're now adults, and cannot afford to mess around. You are soon to have a wife. In the future you can only kiss your wife. Why? Because I'm your little aunt. Xiao Lynx stomped her foot as she lost her breath. Then, what do I do if I want to kiss you? Smiling mischievously, Xiao Qi put his hand under his chin. The adorable 15-year-old girl before him didn't have the slightest bit of a little aunt's deterrence. Then, you should marry me. Xiao Lynx turned her nose up in anger. Hey, you are my aunt. How could I possibly marry you? Xiao Qi said with his voice lowered as his eyes widened. Even you know that. If you dare steal another kiss, I'll let your wife know and let her handle you. HMPH. Xiao Lynx looked at him triumphantly, with her nose in the air. Xiao Hong's voice came from outside once again. Young master, are you ready? It's about time to go get the bride. Yes, I'm coming out now. Xiao Qi looked at his current outfit and got ready to leave. After 2 steps, Xiao Lynx grabbed his hand and said with a serious face, Little Qi, before leaving, repeat the promise we made yesterday, word for word, or I won't let you go. Yesterday's promise, Xiao Qi thought for a while and cannot help but say, all right. After entering the marriage with Sharking You, I won't forget about Little Aunt just because I have a wife. I'll spend the same amount of time with Little Aunt like before. I will listen to Little Aunt's calls and would arrive as soon as I'm called just like before. I don't think I forgot a word. What a good boy. Xiao Lynx smiled sweetly but did not release Xiao Che's hand. However, we will be adding another one today, the one I forgot yesterday. Although Sharking You is about to become your wife, in your heart she cannot outweigh me. Repeat that right now. Hurry. Xiao Qi gazed at her beautiful eyes and said, if you kiss me, I will make that promise. Then marry me. Xiao Qi was defeated. Young master, are you still not ready? It was forbidden to be past the auspicious time. Xiao Hong's urgent voice came from outside again. Xiao Qi put his hand on the door, but did not push it open yet. He whispered, I can't make that promise because in my heart, you are already my number one. Even if there are 100 Sharking Yus, she cannot catch up to you. You are irreplaceable. As his voice faded, he pushed the door open and left. Xiao Lynx stood still, frozen in place for a while. An arc formed at the edge of her lips, and she joyfully skipped out afterwards, like a girl who had been given her favorite candy. As Xiao Qi walked out of the room, his gorgeous wedding team awaited him. Xiao Hong kindly smiled at him. Young master, please get on the horse. On the way I will be protecting you with everything I have. But of course, today is young master's big day. I should not worry that much since there would only be good things that are waiting to happen. Thanks, Uncle Hong. Xiao Qi smiled at Xiao Hong and got on the horse. A gentle voice suddenly came from his left. Looks like I came at the just right time. Is brother Xiao Qi going to retrieve his bride now? Felicitations. Xiao Che's eyebrows furrowed slightly at that sound, and saw 2 young men slowly walk to his side. The person who spoke was a 20-year-old young man of medium build. He was as handsome as he was elegant. His eyes were crystal clear on top of a refreshing face, and he wore a bright smile. At his rear was a thinner younger man. His footsteps followed quickly behind the speaker. Watching them, Xiao Qi smiled. Oh, it is brother Yulong and brother Xiao Yang. Did you guys specially make this trip here to see me off? Xiao Yulong was the son of the leader of Xiao clan. At the age of 20, whether it be his appearance, talent, use of speech and wisdom, they were at the top of the young generation in the Xiao clan. His profound strength had reached the 3rd level of the nascent profound realm at the moment. He was his father, Xiao Yunhai's pride and joy, and was also the future hope of the Xiao clan. The clan had high expectations for him, because he would become the next leader if no accidents should occur. He possessed many good qualities, but he had never been arrogant. He was someone who was kind and polite to everyone, even towards Xiao Qi, who was considered to be disabled in everyone's eyes. Head never mocked Xiao Qi, but instead was as gentle as he was polite. Not only that, he frequently expressed signs of concern When faced with Xiao Che's damaged profound vein problem, Xiao Qi had always liked Yulong. He admired and appreciated Yulong's kindness. Of course, those feelings came from the previous Xiao Qi. The identity of the person behind Xiao Yulong was also not that simple. He was not just an ordinary Xiao clan disciple. He was the second elder's youngest grandson, Xiao Yang. At the age of 19, he was at the 9th level of the elementary profound realm. Ever since he was a child, he always followed Xiao Yulong around and listened to his every word. However, he wasn't as kind to Xiao Qi as he was to Xiao Yulong. Even though they were both grandsons of elders, he never cared for Xiao Qi. Whenever Xiao Qi tried to strike up a conversation, he would either ignore or respond with an upturned nose. As the grandson of a Xiao clan elder, not only did Xiao Qi have his own residence, he also owned a separate little courtyard. Aside from his grandfather Xiao Lai, his little aunt Xiao Lynx, and his sole best friend, very few people actually came to visit. At this time, Xiao Yulong came with Xiao Yang with the purpose of watching him go on his wedding journey. Haha. Of course, Xiao Yulong approached with a hearty laugh and said, "The person you are marrying today is our floating cloud city's #1 brightest jewel. This is not only our Xiao clan's big event, but is our floating cloud city's big event. Since you have the chance to marry this treasure, your brother here is very happy for you. Of course, I am also envious and ashamed as well." Ha 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 ha. Xiao Qi also laughed. Brother Yulong tells such a funny joke. With Brother Yulong's talent, the entire female population of Floating Cloud City is yours to pick from. Young master, we must get going, Xiao Hong warned. Brother Xiao Qi, hurry up, we eagerly await for you to spectacularly bring in Floating Cloud City's brightest jewel into the Xiao clan, Xiao Yulong said with a smile. Xiao Qi nodded and immediately sat tight. The wedding escort team rode through the courtyard to the sound of the beating drums and gongs straight towards the Xiao clan residence. The moment Xiao Qi disappeared from sight, Xiao Yulong's smile froze and darkened. He suddenly turned around and fiercely slapped Xiao Yan hard in the face. In a low voice, he hissed, "Pathetic." Xiao Yulong's slap was a direct hit, and Xiao Yang's left cheek began to swell. He hurriedly scrambled at the foot of Xiao Yulong and fearfully spoke. I clearly threw in the murdering heart powder, and the message I received confirmed that he did collapse. I also do not know what is going on here. HMPH. Xiao Yulong's eyebrows tightened and distorted his face. I spent so much money to get the poison that not even Dr. Saitu has the cure to. But you screwed it all up. Don't tell me you want me to personally see Xia Qingyu marry that wastrel Xiao Qi. Boss, that kid has only just left. We will have an opportunity on the wedding road. Although we cannot personally take care of this in fear of being seen, we can instigate a resistance force from the Yuan family and others. There are other men of nobility who covet Xia Qingyu. Just listening to people speak about Xia Qingyu's marriage to Xiao Qi would make their teeth itch. If we encourage them a little and go out together, we would be able to. If it was really that simple, why did I spend so much time getting the murdering heart powder? Xiao Yulong coldly interrupted Xiao Yang and continued. Xiao Qi is a good-for-nothing, but his grandfather is at the 10th level of the Spirit Profound Realm. Who would dare to offend him? Also, Xia Qingyu's father did not object to this marriage at all. Who would dare to openly offend the Xia clan and Xiao Qi? Even if the Yuan family's boys grouped up with the city lord's boys, their family would obviously prevent them from doing anything. And didn't you see that old bastard Xiao Hong personally escort him? With him around, how could any trouble start? While speaking, Xiao Yulong clenched his hands. The sounds of bone being dislocated popped in the air. The first time he saw Xia Qingyu, he thought that he encountered an angel and was already lost. From then on, he swore to make Xia Qingyu his woman in this lifetime. But Xia Qingyu was actually going to marry Xiao clan's most despised Xiao Qi. How could he ever willingly accept that? Boss, in fact, you do not need to worry that much. Xiao Yang glanced at Xiao Yulong's facial expression and carefully spoke. Think about it. With Xia Qingyu's temperament that never even bothered to glance at any of the talents in Floating Cloud City, would she even like that kid Xiao Qi? The only reason why she is marrying Xiao Qi is because of an agreement made 16 years ago. If she marries into the family, it is absolutely impossible for Xiao Qi to even touch her finger. After she has entered our Xiao clan, the chances of boss meeting her would be greatly increased. That trash Xiao Qi is not comparable to the boss' natural handsomeness and talent. After a while, how could not impress that Xia Qingyu? By that time, listening to Xiao Yang's words, Xiao Yulong's gloomy scowl began to stretch while his narrow eyes squinted. He touched the tip of his nose with his finger and whispered, "You make a pretty reasonable point. Looks like not being able to poison that wastrel to death can also be a good thing.